It's 3 in the morning. The power's been out for 6 days. Your neighborhood is dark, dead quiet except for the dogs barking in the distance. You're sitting in your living room with a baseball bat across your lap, just listening. Then you hear it. Not a crash, not a shout, just the faint scrape of a shoe on gravel, 50 feet away, maybe closer. You freeze. Your heart hammers in your chest. By the time you stand up, grab a flashlight and check the window, they could already be at your door, or through it. You had no warning, no time to prepare, no idea they were even there until it was too late. This is how people die when things fall apart. Not in firefights, not in standoffs. They die because they didn't hear the threat coming until it was standing in their kitchen. But here's what nobody tells you. You don't need a $10,000 security system. You don't need motion lights that scream valuable stuff inside. You don't even need electricity. You need fishing line, empty cans, some junk from your garage, and 15 minutes to rig a perimeter alarm that'll wake you up the second someone steps where they shouldn't be. Let's turn your property into a minefield of noise using nothing but trash and spite. First, let's get the basics straight. When society collapses, your castle doctrine doesn't mean a thing if you don't know someone's breached a castle. Locks are fine, barricades are fine, but they are static defenses. They slow people down, they don't tell you anything. And determined attackers will test silent defenses when you're asleep or distracted. You need early warning. You need to know the instant someone crosses your invisible line. Not when they're jiggling your doorknob, not when they're smashing a window, but when they're still 50 feet out, still thinking they're being sneaky. That's what a perimeter alarm does. It buys you time. Time to grab a weapon. Time to wake your family. Time to decide, do I scare them off? Do I hide or do I engage? Without that warning, you're reacting. You're behind. You're finished. With it, you're ahead of the threat. You dictate the response. You win. And the beautiful thing about these improvised alarms, they don't look like security. They look like trash, invisible until triggered, cheap, silent, and brutally effective. The foundation of every one of these alarms is the tripwire. It's just fishing line, 20-pound test, clear or dark green, stretched across a pathway at ankle height. It's invisible in low light, impossible to see if you're not looking for it. You need 2 solid anchor points, trees, fence posts, stakes you drive into the ground. Run the line across any path someone would naturally walk. Doorways, gates, the gap between your house and the fence. The height is key. Ankle to mid-shin, 6 to 12 inches off the ground. Low enough they won't see it, high enough their foot will definitely catch it. Pull it tight, but not guitar string tight. Just enough tension so that when a leg hits it, the line pulls immediately. Now the line alone does nothing. The magic happens when you attach a noisemaker. Your tripwire is the sensor. The noisemaker is the alarm. When the line gets pulled, it activates, and everyone within 100 feet knows someone just messed up. Let's go through the options, from simplest to most effective. First, the can pyramid. Stack empty soda or soup cans in a pyramid on a piece of plywood. Tie your fishing line to the bottom can. When someone trips the wire, the line yanks the base and the whole thing crashes down. It's loud, startling, and dirt cheap. The downside is you have to rebuild it every time. Next, the can rattle. Take an empty coffee can, fill it with rocks, boats, broken glass, anything that rattles. Punch a hole in the side, thread your fishing line through it, and hang the can from a branch so it's suspended about 3 feet off the ground. When the tripwire pulls, the can swings violently and the contents rattle like a pissed-off snake. It's loud, and you don't have to reset anything but the line. Then there's the tin can bell. Hang 2 or 3 tin cans from a branch with short lengths of fishing line at different heights. When your tripwire gets pulled, it yanks one can into the others, and they clang together like church bells. The tone is distinct. Your brain recognizes it immediately, even if you're half asleep. For high-priority choke points, use the bottle crash. Stand a cluster of glass bottles on a hard surface. Tie a tripwire to a stick laid across the top of them. When the wire gets yanked, the stick pulls away and the bottles topple and shatter. It's a one-time alarm, but the psychological effect is devastating. Breaking glass means danger. It's primal. Everyone freezes when they hear it. And finally, if you want to get clever, the mousetrap popper. Take a standard wooden mousetrap and arm it. Tie a small firecracker or a blank shotgun primer to the keel bar. Attach your fishing line to the trigger. When the wire gets yanked, the trap snaps and the firecracker detonates. It's loud as hell. Sounds like a gunshot. It'll scare the absolute hell out of anyone nearby. A warning, this is borderline illegal in some places now.
In a collapse scenario, legality is irrelevant, but test this somewhere safe first. Now, placement. Random tripwires are useless. Strategic ones are life-saving. You have to think like an attacker. Every gate, every doorway gets a tripwire 10 feet out where they still think they're undetected. The path along your fence line, the alley beside your house, anywhere someone would move to stay hidden, that's where you put the loudest alarms. Funnel them through choke points like gaps in fences and put one tripwire there to cover the whole approach. And don't forget your blind spots, the back corner of your yard, behind the garage. Those are the places attackers probe first. Make them noisy. And use a layered defense. Don't just put one tripwire at your property line. Put one there, another halfway to the house, and another right at the door. If they make it past the first, they get overconfident. The second one catches them completely off guard. And here's the dirty trick. Stagger the heights. First one at ankle height, second one at knee height. They step carefully over the first one and then walk face first into the second. Of course, your tripwires are useless if they're seen, so hide them. Run the fishing line behind tall grass or along the base of a fence. Scatter some leaves and twigs along the path to break up the visual line. You can even set up decoy tripwires, obvious brightly colored cords at eye level. Attackers will see them, think they're clever, step right over them, and walk straight into the invisible fishing line at their ankles. Set your alarms at dusk so the line is fresh and taut. The operational beauty of this system is its silence. Modern security systems hum. They have indicator lights. They broadcast their presence. Your junk alarm does nothing until the moment of breach. Then it screams. And that scream tells you 3 things instantly. 1, someone's there. 2, exactly where they are. And 3, they know you know. That last part is critical. The second they hear that crash, that rattle, that pop, they realize they've been detected. Most will bolt. They came for an easy score, not a fight. The noise means resistance. The ones who don't run, those are the dangerous ones. But now you know they're coming, you know their position, and you've got time. This does something to an attacker's mind. They're approaching your property. They think they're quiet, invisible, confident. Then crash, rattle, bang. Their brain floods with adrenaline. Fight or fight kicks in. Uncertainty is a weapon, and you just weaponize their own footsteps against them. Even if they keep coming, they're rattled, they're slow, they're loud because they're nervous, and every step they take, they're wondering, is there another one? You've turned your property into a psychological minefield with garbage. So check your alarms daily. Walk your perimeter every morning. Test them. Make sure they work, and make sure your family knows what they sound like. False alarms from a raccoon or the wind will happen, but never, ever assume an alarm is false until you've checked. The one time you ignore it because it's probably just a cat is the one time it isn't. When the lights go out and the law disappears, your property is only as secure as your awareness. You can have bars on the windows and guns in every room. None of it matters if the first warning you get is someone already inside. This system gives you that warning. You don't need a $1,000 budget. You need fishing line, empty cans, and the understanding that security isn't about technology. It's about making the approach to your home more dangerous than the reward is worth. String up your tripwires, rig your noisemakers, test your system, and sleep knowing that the second someone crosses your line, you'll know. They're walking into your trap, not the other way around. Now get to work.